All right. Namaste, my witchlings. Welcome back to the Yoga Witch podcast. Today, we are going along with our theme of the week of cultivating presence on the mat. All right. So, I am Di, your favorite yoga witch. And, I'm Di, your favorite yoga witch, and I am so incredibly happy to have y'all here with me for another magical exploration of yoga, witchcraft, and self-discovery. Oh, before I get going, though, I have a couple of groups of people that I would dearly love to express my most deepest gratitude to. First of all, we have my Patreon supporters. You guys are the best. I love you. Would not be here without you. And even more so, I would not be here without my tech crew and moderators. You guys have saved my ass so many times. Thank you. All right. Back to the Patreon crew. If you guys are enjoying the podcast and want some of the behind the scenes and other fun stuff that we have, hop over to the Patreon and join the coven. We have so much fun over there. All right. Now, what is today's topic? What are we talking about here? Well, we are talking beyond the physical, the deeper dimensions of yoga, and the alchemical vessel. Yoga, at its core, excuse me. Oh my gosh. Apparently lunch is not happy with me. Let me take a sip. All right. Yoga at its core is far, far more than just a physical exercise. While the asanas, the postures, offer incredible benefits for strength, flexibility, and physical health, they are merely one aspect of a much richer, more potent tradition. The true power of yoga lies in its ability to connect us with our inner selves, to cultivate self-awareness, and to bring us into the present moment, to transform our bodies into an alchemical vessel. However, in our fast-paced, often overstimulated world, it is so easy to bring our mental and emotional baggage onto the mat with us, preventing us from fully experiencing the transformative potential of our practice. It really, I do it when I'm recording my classes for the week. My mind is not fully present in what I'm doing. I'm thinking, okay, how am I going to cue this? Am I remembering to do this? Am I doing that? I am never fully present in the practice at that point, which makes me incredibly grateful that I have my own personal practice outside of my classes. So we have the challenge of presence and the whispers of the shadow self. Our minds are often like busy highways, constantly filled with traffic. Thoughts about the past, worries about the future, to-do list, what laundry did I forget to do? Do I need to put the laundry away? Blah, blah. And endless streams of constant information. I mean, who among us isn't glued to their phone almost 24/7? When we step onto our mats, though, these mental patterns are not just magically going to disappear. They are the whispers of our shadow self. We may find ourselves going through the motions of the poses while our minds are elsewhere, planning the day, replaying conversations, or simply just lost in thought. This disconnect between our body and mind diminishes the benefits of our practice and prevents us from experiencing the deeper connection that yoga can offer, the communion with our own inner magic. So, cultivating presence on the mat is essential for a truly fulfilling yoga practice. When we are present, we are fully engaged in the experience, which allows us to deepen the connection, which, the thread of Ariadne, the presence allows us to connect more deeply with our bodies, notice subtle sensations, and feel the stretch and the strength in each pose, and listening to the wisdom of our physical selves by following the thread of Ariadne to our inner essence and our inner truths. It allows us to enhance our body awareness. By focusing on the present moment, we become more attuned to our bodies, improving, I love this word, improving our proprioception, our bodily awareness, and reducing the risk of injury, seeing with the clear gaze of the oracle. God, I love that. It allows us to release tension. When we are present, we can more easily identify and release physical and emotional tension, allowing for deeper relaxation and stress reduction, performing an unbinding ritual of the soul. Releasing tension in its own way is an unbinding ritual. Because, when you're all tense and tight, your muscles are all bound up. So release it and unbind. It's kind of a cool idea. Cultivate mindfulness on the mat. The practice of presence on the mat translates into greater mindfulness in our daily lives. It allows us to weave our intent. It trains us to be more present in all aspects of our lives, from our relationships to our work, weaving intention into every action. And then it allows us to experience the transformative power of yoga, the cauldron of change. It is in the present moment that we can truly experience the transformative power of yoga, connecting with our inner selves, exploring our emotional landscape, and discovering a sense of peace and stillness, therefore stirring the cauldron of change. So, practical strategies here. Casting our circle. Cultivating presence is a skill that takes a lot of practice. And how about some strategies to help you arrive more fully on your mat? Start with setting an intention, the seed spell. Before you begin your practice, take just a couple of minutes to set your intention, set a sankalpa. This could be anything from a simple desire to be present to a specific focus on gratitude or self-compassion. Setting a sankalpa helps to anchor your mind and create a sense of purpose for your practice, therefore planting a seed spell. Then we have our breath awareness, the pranayama chant. The breath is a powerful tool for cultivating presence. Begin your practice with a few minutes of pranayama, conscious breathing, and focus on the sensation of the breath entering and leaving your body. Intoning a pranayama chant. You can do something as simple as Om, or of course, when I need it, the other one I know off the top of my head just absolutely refuses to surface. Throughout your practice, remember to return to your breath as your anchor whenever your mind decides to wander off, which, trust me, it will. And then body scans. Body scans are one of my favorite things to do here. The divination of the body. As you move through your poses, bring your attention to different parts of your body, noticing any sensations, any tension, or any discomfort. Performing a divination of the body. This body scan helps to ground you in the present moment and connect you with your physical self. This is also part of why your instructor will frequently say you're in, I'm going to take bound angle, which effectively you're sitting in butterfly, okay? For those who are unfamiliar. And as you're sitting and you're leaning forward and stretching, and a lot of times the yoga instructor will say, feel the stretch in your inner thighs. There you go. That's part of your body scan. That's what you want. You want to feel that stretch in your inner thighs. Maybe you can feel a little bit in your lower back. There's your body scan. That's what we're talking about. Then we have mindful movement, the flowing ritual. Move with awareness and intention, paying attention to the transitions between the poses, the alignment of your body and the flow of your breath, creating a flowing ritual. Avoid rushing through your poses. Instead, relax and savor each moment of movement. Focus on your sensory awareness, the elemental communion. Engage your senses. Notice the sounds around you. Is the window open and you can hear the birds singing outside? Is the dog barking in the other room? The feeling of your feet on the mat, the temperature of the air around you. This is partaking in that elemental communion. Bringing your attention to your senses can also help anchor you in the present moment. You see a theme here? We're kind of trying to stay anchored in the present moment. Try observing thoughts without judgment. This is the clearing of your mind's mirror. Thoughts will inevitably come up during your practice. Instead of getting caught up in them and following the train of thought as it chugs down the track, simply observe them without judgment, clearing the mind's mirror. Note, okay, I'm thinking, I'll come back to this, I'm in the middle of my asana. Acknowledge your thought, and then gently redirect your attention back to your breath or the sensations in your body. Work on embracing imperfection. The wabi-sabi practice. I love wabi-sabi. Let go of the need for perfection. Absolutely nobody is perfect. That is for the gods and the gods only. Yoga is not about achieving the perfect pose. It is about the journey of self-discovery, embracing the wabi-sabi of your practice. Embrace the imperfections in your practice and allow yourself to just be present with whatever arises. Everybody's favorite part of yoga, Shavasana, the integration of the grimoire. Corpse pose or Shavasana is the culmination of your practice, a time for deep relaxation and integration, writing in your own personal grimoire, the one up here. Use this time to let go of any remaining tension or stress and just simply be present with yourself. Just be. Cultivating presence on the mat is a journey, not a destination, like so many things in our lives. Be patient with yourself, practice regularly, and gradually you will find yourself arriving more fully on the mat, ready to experience that transformative power of yoga that we all love so much. We might be physically present in our class, going through the motions with Warrior 2 or even Down Dog. But are our minds really there? Are we present enough to be noticing those subtle shifts in our bodies, noticing the rhythm of our breath and the grounding sensation of our feet or hands, in the case of Downward Dog, on the mat? Or are we mentally creating an email or to-do list, replaying an embarrassing conversation from 6 months ago, or plotting what we need to buy at the grocery store after class? No judgment, friends. No judgment at all, because this is a shared human experience in today's fast-paced world. I mean, we all know it'd be cray-cray out there. Oh, sorry, I'm yelling at y'all again. The absolute beauty, though, of the yoga mat is that it offers us a dedicated space to practice the very art of presence. It is a microcosm of our lives. It's a place where we can consciously choose to set down the distractions, the luggage, the baggage, and turn our attention inward. When we are encouraged to focus on our breath, the anchor that tethers us to this moment, we slowly begin to unravel the tight grip of our meandering mind. This isn't about achieving some perfect Zen-like state where thoughts cease to exist. Because, well, it's an unrealistic expectation that typically leads to frustration. Even me, I'm ADHD AF, and my mind will just go into screensaver mode where I have no thoughts. Almost never happens during yoga or any important event. So instead of the expectation of having no thoughts, how many of us are ginger cats? Cultivating presence on the mat is about developing the awareness to notice when our mind has wandered and gently and kindly guiding our mind back to the breath and our bodies, or even just the sensations that we're experiencing in the present moment. It is a practice of gentle redirection done with kindness and without judgment. Those are the key words, without judgment. We listen and we do not judge. Anyway, let's consider for a moment the historical context. Ancient yogis, practicing in far simpler times, still understood the importance of cultivating their inner focus. Their practices were designed to quiet the mind and connect with a deeper sense of self and the universe. While the external distractions of their era were vastly different from ours, the fundamental human challenge of quieting the mental chatter remains. It's pouring down rain, I think. Okay, so how do we cultivate this presence on our mats amidst the massive demands of modern life? Well, once again, it is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when your mind is just a squirrel on meth and is incredibly busy, and that's okay. That's life. Be patient with yourself. Notice the tendency to drift, acknowledge it without criticizing yourself, and then gently bring your focus back. Even just a few moments of conscious connection with your breath during your practice can make a huge difference. Right now, we are going to take one good mindful breath to bring our awareness back to our breath. So close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and sigh it out, and just let all the tension go. See, it works. Regular practice is key. Just like any skill, the ability to be present strengthens with consistent effort. Everybody starts somewhere. Even short mindful movements or stretches throughout the day can help cultivate this awareness beyond your formal yoga practice on the mat. Gradually, as we dedicate time and attention to this cultivation of presence on the mat, we may find that this awareness begins to seep into other areas of our lives. You might notice yourself becoming more fully engaged in conversations, more attuned to the beauty around you, and more grounded in the present moment, even amidst the chaos of modern living. Sometimes I don't want to be grounded in the present moment in this country, but... So, remember, this is a gentle unfolding. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate the small moments of presence you experience and trust in the transformative power of simply arriving fully on your mat and in your life. Thank you guys for joining me today. May your week be filled with moments of mindful awareness. All right, my friends. Go out there and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness, because there's so much hate and discontent and darkness out there. Can we please be that ray of sunshine for someone? And then tell your loved ones, be they human, scaly, feathered, or furry, that you love them to death, because you do not know how long you have with them, and I know from experience that 2 a.m. phone call sucks. And then remember that you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and you really do have a purpose in this world. I love you guys. I will see you next time. Have a good one. Your subscription ensures you never miss a moment of mystical insight, especially if you ring that bell, for a deeper dive into exclusive content, behind-the-scenes glimpses, bonus blog posts, monthly rituals, and my weekly yoga classes. Consider popping over to Patreon and joining the coven there. If you're feeling particularly generous, a virtual coffee is always appreciated. This Gen X witch, raised on 80s vibes, thrives on caffeine and a dash of well-placed sarcasm. Are you seeking personalized guidance? Well, in that case, visit yogawithdilaton.com to schedule a one-on-one yoga session where we can work together to restore balance and alignment to your mind, body, and spirit. I'm honored to craft meaningful rituals and services for all life's milestones. House blessings, cleansings, spiritual life coaching, and personalized tarot and pendulum readings are also available. Check out those offerings at dietheyogawitch.com. Don't miss out on your daily doses of divination. Tune in tomorrow for another episode, Monday through Saturday, same bat time, same bat channel, 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. And there's even more enchantment to weave into your week. Join me for our weekly rituals. Sundays, let's all gather around the cauldron for coffee and cues with Di the Yoga Witch at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time on Sundays. Bring your favorite brew and we'll delve into the mystical and the everyday, answering your questions and sharing the witchy wisdom I've gathered over the last 3 decades. Thursdays, tune into Di the Yoga Witch podcast for a fusion of yoga and witchcraft designed to inspire and uplift. Friday and Saturday evenings at 8:30 p.m. Seattle time, we offer some unique experiences. Fridays are for relaxation and interconnection. We zen our way into the weekend and unwind with guided meditation or yoga nidra asana, tapping into your inner magic and bringing that magical life into your yoga practice. Saturday evenings, brace yourself for Bitch and Witch Angry Veteran Rants. I will be tackling current events that spark my passionate opinions, offering perspectives and suggestions for positive change.